Hi, it's Anne-Marie with AMV Nutrition and Dietitian's Weight Loss. And a lot of my clients right now staying at home more than usual with COVID-19, they're asking me how to control emotional stress eating. There's lots and lots of ways, but one of the first ways and most important ways is to remove visual cues. So we have physical hunger cues for, such as salivating and dizziness and stomach growling and so on. But then we have just visual cues. We have olfactory cues. So when you walk in somewhere, it smells great, you think of food. You see a commercial, you think of food. Well, I want you to think about your kitchen that way as well. So if there's food on the counters, when you walk into your kitchen, you're going to be thinking about food. So the whole thing is remove all food from your counter. So I staged my counter right now. So I know that a lot of people have a bowl of nuts. People want to snack on protein, but you know what? Keep the nuts for an actual meal. It's too easy to snack too much on them, so remove them from the counter. A lot of people keep their fruits and their veggies on the counter, and I'm kind of 50-50 with that, right? Because some of my clients report that if they walk into their kitchen, they see a nice apple, they'll have it. Now, some of my other clients will report, I see the fruit basket and I really don't feel like eating fruit, but then it reminds me to eat, and then I'll open the pantry door and then they get in trouble. Okay, so just be aware, if your fruit basket and your veggies are okay and they're not causing you to overeat, you can absolutely leave them there. I actually have a client though that she keeps her fruit basket in her pantry at eye level for her kids, so I thought that was really smart. So shout out to you, Crystal. Okay, so as I'm walking through, this is actually really neat. This was staged because I don't usually put fruits and veggies and nuts on my counter. I always have my bread out here though, right? And I've got to admit that if I'm gonna overeat on something, it'll be toast. So not only am I committing to putting the bread in the fridge or the pantry, I'm also committing to removing the toaster from the counter. If you're likely to overeat, I'm committing to do that. My daughter's watching me. She's like, what are you doing? I'm not going to put the toaster on the counter anymore. It's a visual cue for me. So toaster gone, okay? It's not too dirty under the toaster. Okay, a lot of people again will leave seeds. So I had staged this just to show people eating seeds and nuts. Some people will have, their leftover cakes and cookies and so on. I didn't have any, but I did have this package of biscotti, so I put that there, I staged that there. Make sure that you don't have, even in a hidden corner like this, your cookies and your sweet stuff and your Rice Krispies squares left over and so on. So just put all of that away. Now, another trick for that is don't make as much stuff so you don't have as many leftovers. Okay, so that's it for the counters. Now we move into the pantry. Okay, now we're doing the pantry. So with the pantry, it's the same concept. You want to have your dangerous foods. When I say dangerous, no food is dangerous, but and we want to not label food as good or bad or healthy and unhealthy and so on, but I mean just like the foods that you're likely to overeat during these stressful times. So don't buy them, right? I can't have cookies in the house. Like, I just overeat them. I definitely can't have Tim Tams in the house. I can't have chocolate in the house. Well, I can, but I choose not to because I know that it's going to be tough to resist. And I'm a big believer that don't count on willpower, because willpower will never show up when you need it, right? So you need skill power, okay? So what that means is at eye level, what do I see when I come in? I see all my cans. Well, don't think I'm going to be overeating on beans or sweet peas and carrots or even canned tomatoes or canned corn. So that's why I put these right here at eye level, my sesame seeds. My daughter loves goldfish, so we do have quite a few packages of goldfish. they're not tempting for me at all, but if they were, then I would put my, I just bought these. I'd normally keep them in the fridge, but I haven't opened them yet. So the flax seeds are here. Or I could put my tea right in front of the goldfish, right? Does that make sense? I've planted some chips here, okay, and some dino eggs. Again, I'm not tempted by this, but my daughter likes both of these things. So if you're tempted, put it in the back, and you can literally put the dog treats in front. And you could also put these in a non-see-through container. So if you have really tempting foods, put them in an opaque container in the back of your pantry, okay? Here we've got my daughter's stash. They were on sale. So these are Mandarin cups for her lunch, but she doesn't have lunch right now. So we have lots of those. They were on sale. They could be tempting for me. That's why they're in the back of the pantry. Again, if they were super, super tempting, I'd put them in a non-see-through container, okay? So these chips, I'm gonna go here. So when I'm opening the pantry, I don't even see them, okay? So that's the smartest place to put the tempting stuff, okay? Here I have a can of condensed milk, so I don't want to be reminded of making any kind of desserts. So I could take the label off and then just label the can right here, sweetened condensed milk. But I could just also put something else on top or in front, okay? So I could put these here. There's no label, or like I said, I do it like this. I planted these nuts here. So again, nuts, for me, they can't be at eye level. So my nuts are here, okay? So they're down here. I'm gonna put that here, and I'm gonna put the can of split pea soup right in front. Okay, so that's how you handle a pantry.